can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding from the words I spit. So sharp, so freezing, so cold. Behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts feeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon.
What's going on, FFM? How's everybody's Friday going or been? Sorry for the late stream. I apologize. I was a little tired, but we're here. After a couple weeks of being absent, we are here. So I don't know if everybody's seen. I wanted to do a stream about this shit. What's his name? Chris Farley? No, Jim Farley. Some shit like that. CEO of Ford came out in a conference talking about there's a shortage of technicians and they don't know why. Long story short, there's a shitload of videos online of technicians complaining about warranty and why people are getting out the industry and why people are leaving dealerships. And yet this CEO still decides to say it's complicated. We don't understand why. Why are technicians leaving? Why do y'all think technicians are leaving dealerships? I mean, the automotive industry in general. Supposedly, he said there's 6,000 open stalls across their Ford dealerships. And about 4,000 or 400,000 in America. That's given that if you give every single technician one stall, which in my opinion, that number needs to be cut in half. Every technician, I don't care how good or bad they are, they should have 2 stalls. There's no reason why a shop should be jam-packed. That's overstaffing. Shit happens. And what happens when shit happens and the technician has their bay tied up because shit happened? They can't turn no hours. So what do you expect them to do? Twiddle their thumbs? Help other guys? That only gets you so far. It's like a bad service manager. That's what that reminded me of. And it really ticked me off. I laughed, but it was like a annoyed laugh because of how ignorant. What's the other word I'm looking for? Fuck, I can't find that word. But yeah, he delusional. That's all I got to say. Delusional. But I want to chat with y'all. What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that? What is y'all's opinion on it? Get to the comments real quick. We got Chris JRS, yo, Fluff and FM fam. What's going on? What's going on, Chris? What do, Fluff? What's going on, Mike? Hello, everyone. Peter, what's going on? I'm so nervous and excited about finally getting moved up to flat rate soon after years of doing oil changes and tire rotations. I'm mostly nervous because I still lack experience. I don't know how well I'll do. Well, you will never know until you do it. Just have confidence in yourself. What up, Chris? What up? What up? I love your videos. Appreciate it, Cap. Emily, what's going on? What's going on? They know exactly why. They do, bro. It's like I said, it's like a bad service manager. I don't know why. I don't know why everybody wants to leave. I don't know why my good techs are leaving. A technician does not want to leave his place of employment until they are forced to leave the place of employment due to lack of work, lack of pay, toxic environments. I feel like dealerships need to be studied by the manufacturers and see why this is happening. There's a stigma of dealerships putting out bad work. And it's not every dealership. It's not every technician that puts out bad work. But the majority of the time, the bad work gets put out because it's steps missed. Steps missed because they are trying to make a paycheck. And normally that stems from warranty work. No one can afford to be a tech, and it's easier to be a on social media and get food stamps. Exactly. For a technician starting out, getting paid less than $20 an hour, unguaranteed, they get paid less, in essence, than a McDonald's worker flipping, actually not even flipping patties anymore because that's automated. They just freaking put the patties in and take them out. And greet customers in the drive-thru and push buttons on a computer, on a screen. You can make more doing that. That's insane. For a skilled trade worker to get paid less than that, that's wild. That's embarrassing. It's because of the pay. Express getting like 15 an hour, and entry-level flat rate making 20, and a master tech making like 30. This trade requires you to invest thousands in tools and years of experience. Yes, that's true. That is very true. Went to a Pima college in Tucson, but not to be a mechanic, but to know what cars to buy and sell. Interesting. What up, AK-47 Gold? McDonald's managers are making like 25 an hour. It's crazy. You should see their bonus checks, bro, for the months. For the month. I've seen them. Freaking McDonald's manager came through my stall one time, and he had his bonus stubs on his freaking passenger seat. I'm like, what the hell is this? Damn. That's almost more than one of my checks. Actually, it was more than it varied. It was like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. I'm like, damn. The McDonald's managers store managers at that make a grip. Something needs to change. Definitely, bro. Sooner than later, to be honest. Yo, what's going on, Super? What up, all? What up, Quick? More electronics, compact engine bays, timetables, low pay, supply on tools, etc., etc., etc. Yeah, true. Very true. These vehicles are getting more complex, more complex, more complex, and more complex. And then when there's an issue, the manufacturer doesn't want to pay the technician to make a repair. Instead, go through this process and this process and this process, make videos, take pictures, call us, or submit something online, wait 4 hours for us to get back to you with an answer just to find out you missed a step. So now you got to go back, Meanwhile, that vehicle's been in your stall, torn down. You're not getting paid for the time that the vehicle's been torn down in your stall, waiting on them. But yet, why are technicians leaving? I can be putting the fries in the bag for the same amount as a C-level technician. Why does skilled who repair make less than someone who puts a part on a car line? Yeah. And they're union. Yo, Tucson in the house. Overworked and underpaid. Absolutely. Dealerships charge around $200 an hour to the customer. So what needs to change exactly? I know the employee gets a fraction of that. It's not even about what we charge the customers. Did you know that when it comes to warranty work, warranty pay to the dealership is less than customer pay? What the technician makes, the amount of hours on warranty jobs is less than what customers pay. What else? There was another one. And there's more steps to get warranty work approved. First of all, so the dollar amount they pay to the dealership is less. The amount of hours to the dealership or to the technician is less. Why is it less? It should be more. It should be more than what the customers pay. Or hell, equal at least. How is it the advisors make more than the techs? I didn't believe it at first until I saw with my own eyes they made what I make in 2 months and 2 weeks. Like what? So it's because we can only work on one car at a time. And it takes time for us to work on those cars. When it comes to advisors, they make a percentage, either gross profit or parts and labor, a percentage. Normally on gross, the percentage is higher because gross is going to be a smaller number. And then parts and labor is going to be a smaller number because it's a higher dollar amount. So the reason they make more is because they are able to work more tickets than what a technician can. A technician on an engine can spend all day on that engine, on one engine, while the advisor sold $5,000 jobs, and then they're getting a cut out of that. And then if those 5 jobs get turned in at the same time, that advisor made that much. That's why advisors make more. Yes, our new warranty work pays less than the customer pay. Absolutely, bro. Yep. Unskilled assembly workers at Ford with OT make well over $100K and have great benefits. I agree with you. It should be at least equal, right? At least equal. If you think about it, we absolute have the shorter technicians always do, and I've said that. Maybe not publicly, but I've said that to certain service managers. Like, we are the bottom of the barrel. We are the bottom of the barrel. But yet the service department pays for the lights to stay on. They pay for the water. They pay for the freaking rent of the building or whatever. Service pays the bills. Service pays the bills. Service pays the hourly paid workers. Buying and selling more of a profitable because all you really need is to know what cars to buy and what works with the customer when putting numbers together. Buying and selling more of a profitable because all you really need is to know what cars to buy and what works with the customers when putting numbers together. It's kind of hard when you only sell one brand, though, when it comes to dealerships. I hear Taco Bell is paying $20 to $25 per hour, and you better have some pretty feet. If dealerships themselves would step up and pay the difference in warranty jobs to pay CP on everything, the shortage would be gone in under a year. People would fight for the Cam Tower resale if I got. Oh, resale I got. Yo, my cousin was just telling me about that cam tower resale. What the hell? What the hell is a cam tower? He was saying that like Toyota, right? I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. Is a service manager the one who makes the most money in the dealership, or is it sales manager? To be honest, I have no idea. That's above my pay grade. I don't know. I do not know. I know both of them do make a hefty check though. Oh, I have pretty feet. I have a great Asian lady that takes care of them. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna send you a link. Turner, I'm gonna send you a link too. I'd like to know what y'all have. I want y'all's point of view. Hearing technicians talk about it, right? It's not just a single technician. You know, there's a lot of times, oh, it's him. It's him. He's just a bad apple. Then why are there so many? So many. And I'm gonna be putting out a video on this too. So I'm gonna put out a video and I'm gonna link this damn live stream. They could hear us too. Let's get the word out, guys. You know, I wish there was a way to start up a I mean, I'm pretty sure there is. Like a petition, right? I've thought about it for years since I've started YouTube. Like, man, because I thought it was only my dealership that, you know, this shit happened. Lack of pay, underpaid, overstaffed. And then I find out it's across the board. It is across the board. All right, Chris. I'm going to send you a link too. All right, y'all three got a link. Toyota and Subi. I'm at a Subi dealer these days. Basically, you got a separate carrier that holds the cams between the valve cover. Oh, okay. So we call that a ladder, the cam ladder. And y'all call that a cam tower. Yeah, so I know what it is. That's like on our Versas. I want to say Sentras as well. Yeah. Instead of cam caps, it's a whole freaking like other. Like I said, we call it a cam ladder. Steen. What? Steen. Yeah, I heard they make way over 6 figures, probably like $200K a year. Quite possible. What up, brother?
What's driving? Yeah, we're driving right now.
Oh, okay.
We're about to get home though.
All right.
But I have my whole setup and stuff, so I don't even have to touch my phone or nothing.
Dang.
Yeah, I know, huh? It works when you're like gonna do a video or something. You want to film yourself while you're driving and just, you know, it works. But since I have the kids in the car right now, so I'm like,
oh, okay.
Camera for now.
Ah.
But yeah, dude, you're
understandable.
Touching on so many bases, dude. Like, I mean the different. Well, let's just to the root of it, right? Like the fact that advisors make more than technicians is just crazy. Yeah, I know it's both of them are on the abilities, right? But I mean the structure is just way better for the advisors. You know, you mentioned it. You can write up 3, 4, 5. You can sell or write up or warranty 5 engines, and 5 technicians get one job done for them. All those jobs done for them, boom, instantly they got it.
Yep.
So I think it's the ratio too, because there's always less advisors than technicians, right? So if it were different, probably advisors would make less, right? Because if there was more advisors to technicians, they would, it just wouldn't work out. And honestly, you do need more technicians to turn out the work, right?
Yep.
So I mean, you talk about that, and then multi-point inspections. And if multi-point inspections were whatever, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But we are legally bound by them. Like we
Yeah.
have to do videos. I mean, we use Dealer Logic, which I'm sure you're familiar with too, right?
Yep.
So,
I miss it.
oh, that's right. You don't use it anymore.
Yep.
But like we have to do videos now, and then on top of that, Nissan's like, hey, you know, you guys are, you know, you need to do more of this and more of that and more of this. I'm like, hey, these visual inspections, they're starting to become very time consuming or express, you know, and it's no longer express. That when you're like, oh, let me just look at this, look at that, and it's taking us longer to do these multi points. Not to mention, I'm using my own personal phone,
Yeah.
you know, to do this. You guys aren't
Dude,
providing anything.
it takes anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes to write up a good multi-point on a vehicle that's,
Yes.
you know, near 100,000 miles. It takes time. And I don't know, maybe you know, dealerships might need to start forking up some labor time for multi-points, because it's not just a quick visual anymore. It's, you know, like you said, the videos, and you know, we're having to explain deeper into detail in our recommendations, so that the
Yeah,
customer,
and
or
not
so
just
the
that,
advisor can try and explain it to the customers.
and not just that. So the customer will understand. Also, if we screw up, they can legally bound us to that.
Yep.
If for some
What's
reason
going on,
something
Dave?
goes wrong, it's like, you know, something happens. It's like, you know, I'm like, wait, we're legally bound to something we didn't even get paid to do, that we didn't even make money out of, nothing. So it's like,
And it's, you know, it's to keep the dealership out of trouble, but also the technician. I don't know if that's worth it,
yeah,
because, you know, what about these other repair facilities that aren't mandated to perform multi points?
true, true,
You know,
true.
these
Yeah,
like
yeah,
mom and pop shops that vehicle comes in, hey, I need this replaced. Okay, we do it. Boom, boom, out. Wheel
yeah,
falls off. You know, the something happens. Bearing comes apart, and the wheel bearing comes apart, or brakes fail to stop. Those weren't even checked. Is it the repair
yeah, yeah,
facility's
yeah.
fault? You know,
No,
but
no, absolutely not.
I do understand it from a legal standpoint. You know, because
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Visually,
dealerships have deeper pockets, and I think that's why the dealerships have to take extra precautions in that sense. Don't shop foremans get 100K
yeah,
salaries?
and that,
Some, not all, not all.
yeah,
Oh shit!
not all of them, bro. It, it depends on
I sent,
the
I
shop.
sent you a link to the stream. Yeah, it does. It does. Where I was before, I was getting a 10th for video multi points, and then that went away. We're like, okay.
See, in my area, service writers don't make that
A
much.
10th?
Yeah. Yep.
Most of like my area, most of the
Yeah, I'm
service
gonna mute
guys
myself
I
for
know,
just a second.
All right.
most of the service writers I know in my area make between 50 and 75,000 a year.
The service advisors?
Yeah, in my area, dealerships, independents, don't matter.
Really?
Yeah, they don't. I've heard of some service advisors. I mean, the service guys getting paid really well, like Mercedes or BMW.
Yeah.
But your average car line, no.
We had a guy, the one that had passed away. He was making 120, 130. He was making some good coin, but he was a damn good advisor. He knew how to talk to customers. He knew how to work his customers. and he was real friendly with them. I think that's what made him a good advisor too, is that he knew how to talk to his customers. Yeah, he had those customers that were a pain in the ass and stuff like that, but he tried his best.
I take it you watched that interview with Farley.
Yep.
He looked like a fucking clown. He looked like a fucking asshole there. You not realize you're paying your unskilled workers, some of which, believe it or not, some of which can't even fucking read. They're illiterate. Working on the assembly line. Those guys are making with a little bit of overtime. They get the double time. They get this, that they get all the bullshit they run up the clock on. Those guys are making anywhere from 100 to 130,000 a year. Unskilled tradesmen, top-notch healthcare benefits, retirement program through the union still, 401k with matches. I mean, they get everything.
Yeah.
And they don't have to buy a fucking tool.
And I hope something comes out positive from this, because there is a lot of feedback from that interview. A lot of technicians are speaking up.
I said something to my leadership, ownership, and say store manager. I asked them if they saw that, and they're like, "No, I didn't see that. I have to look at that." I'm like, I say, you guys just jumped to labor, fucking $40 an hour, and that's the only one you gave any more money to is me, that I know of, in the back shop talking techs. I'm not worried about you front sales guys, any of that. Well, you don't understand. We got this to pay. We got that. That's the owner. I got to pay this. I got to pay that. You only see the money coming in. You don't see the money coming out. Dude, I was born and raised in the business.
Yeah.
I was born and raised in business. I watched my parents bring in $120,000 in a month. And shit, in a fucked up month, $123,000 went out the door. But we also had months where we brought in $130,000 and only had to put out $60,000. So we made over $60,000 in profit. I mean, I understand the whole business thing, but $200 an hour you're charging for labor. How do you justify only giving $30 of that to the tech? Or
yeah, that's not
50 of it with benefits. And if you're a lucky tech, maybe you're getting $60 of it with benefits. Maybe $70 an hour with benefits.
Yeah,
that you're getting with it. But still, you should be getting at least 35 to 40% of what they're pulling in labor.
I agree. As a seasoned tech, I feel like there should be no technician out there with, let's say, 5 years experience making less than $45 to $50 an hour.
It shouldn't even be $45 to $50 an hour. I thought a year. I'm like 45 a year. No.
It
used to be way higher than that.
Yeah. It should be a lot easier for a seasoned technician, like I said, with some years under the belt.
I'll tell you what, it's interesting. I get way more respect. More and more I look at it over the years. I've been paying attention to people's wording, the way they talk to me, the way they talk to our technicians, everything where I work. I have a little more time to pay attention to more shit, and I'm not just in a rush all the time. Do you know that the customers at my shop give us technicians more credit and give us more of a that a boy or good job guys than the fucking service advisors or our management or our ownership?
Acknowledgement.
They look down on us, man. I want to know why. My skill level is 5 times that of the fucking sales associate. You don't believe me? I'll sell the ticket, asshole.
Yeah.
I got no problem selling the ticket, but without me, you don't have an answer on the car. A right answer. I'm hardly ever wrong. Everybody has comebacks. Everybody. Very rare with me. But I mean, I just notice my customers.
Hell, some of them are out of your control.
They treat us better than our own fellow team members.
No, that goes to say it's not everywhere that's like that. I can say where I am now, it's a lot better. It is a lot better where I'm at. The acknowledgement is there.
You know what? I wouldn't care about the acknowledgement if I was getting paid correctly too. You know,
Well, I don't even
if
care
the
about
Well, I
pay,
mean, it goes hand in hand, because a lot of
yeah,
places they
yeah,
just focus on the bad stuff, like y'all need to do this, y'all
yeah.
need to do that.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I'm not
absolutely.
even talking about the data boy or the being. It's something I noticed that my fellow, like my service writers, my service advisors, my manager, even my owner, especially when you're not hearing it, right in front of your face, they talk down and they don't think that highly of us.
Frazier, you want to come on?
If I'm working at anyway.
I where I'm at right now, where I've been at, I should say, where I've been at for these past 4 years, 4 or 5 years, I don't know. I forget how many years he's been here already, but they my service manager like constantly goes, hey, I want you here, like I want to see. He constantly, if we're slow on work, he'll find some way to compensate me. You know, he'll do something. Like and honestly, that's why I've stayed because, like
Okay, that's fine.
yeah, and that's why I've stayed because they work around my schedule. It's not always sometimes the pay or anything. It's the fact, it's pay, appreciation, and for some, for me, for my situation, flexibility for my daughters.
Yeah,
Sometimes, yeah, and but they appreciate you. They're like, you know what? If you need to do this, go ahead. And like, hey, we need you. Like, we want you here. Like, I get what I get what you guys are saying. So, but yeah, it's nice when they need you there. It's nice when they
yeah,
call you over and say, because to work at this place, they called me. I didn't call them. They called me, and they were like, "Hey, we want you
same.
over here. We need, and that's how I knew, and that's what made me want to go to this place in the first place, because I was like, you know what? They're saying they want me here. Where I'm at right now, they make me feel like a burden, even though I'm making them so much money. And it wasn't until I was leaving they were like, "Oh, you know what? If you make this work, you're a part of the team." I was like, "Oh, now I'm a part of the team." When I put in my 2 weeks notice already, and once I promised them I was gonna go over there already, I was like, "No, I'm not gonna do that. I already promised them." And they didn't come after me until they were like, "Oh man, he's really serious. He's really leaving." And they're like,
Yeah,
"Oh." And at that point, they did offer me more money, but I'm like, "No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good to go."
they offer the more money when it's already too late, when you've
Yeah,
already made up
exactly,
your mind,
exactly. It,
and
the
that's what
the
happened with me.
and that's the thing. It's like, why didn't you say, hey, why are you unhappy? Don't leave. The moment that I told you that I was putting the 2 weeks, the moment that I said that, it's because they're gonna be like, well, let's see what we can get away with, and that's a bad deal. Over where
You
I'm
know,
at,
you can read a technician. You can know when they're unhappy,
yeah,
when
yeah,
something's going
absolutely,
on. Their
yeah,
attitude changes, their mood changes, the way they carry themselves, the way they work on the vehicles,
hmm
everything changes.
absolutely,
And
I agree.
I felt it. I knew, right? I knew for the past year. And then when I finally put in my 2 weeks and people were, they knew that I was leaving, they're like, man, we knew that time was coming because you just
hmm
haven't been the same.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree.
Like, you know, imagine if dealers paid CP even on warranty, they would still profit the margins. They would still profit. Margins are fat. Every tech would fight to work there. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I
A happy
agree.
technician will turn more hours. Absolutely.
Oh
I
hell
know
yeah!
when I have a good week, man, I am flying.
You know what?
But
It's
when
not
I'm
just that
having a
either.
horrible week, I am just slumped.
Have you ever had a work pace and you're busy and you got a flow going and then it gets slow? It gets slow and you're like, man, like you
Or,
had
or you
that you had a
you
good
start off
work
the
pace
week,
going.
you
Yeah,
start off the week good, and then it just dies, and you're like,
that.
bro, what the
But
fuck?
it's not even about the hours thing. It's like you get work, you're stacking them, you're focused, and you're like, man, you even kind of like, I don't even want to take a lunch. Like you keep working, you know what I mean? Like you get that
Yeah,
when you get in the zone, and you're like, man, you're turning out, and then the moment that you're not, you're like, and then you get a car, and instead of like being like, oh look, I got another car, you're like, oh, I got another car to do. I got a car. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have you ever been in that? Like,
Yep.
but
Every good tech I knew always had a side gig to fall back on. It's hard now because man, the time that we put in at the shop just to try to make ends meet. What I'm saying is buying and selling cars is more profitable than. Oh, okay, yeah, I got you. Mr. Dave Frazier. I met a tech who's probably the most financially successful tech I've ever came across. He has so many gigs making him money on top of being a tech. I inspired to be like him one day. And we got one of those. And he's younger than me, but he did it right. What's up, folks? What up, Paul P? True. I am well, sir. You know, Dave, I've been meaning to send you some stuff with some of the technicians that have been going up there lately, and I keep forgetting. But we have a guy going up next week. I'm gonna try to remember to send you this stuff. Have him give it to you. I'm telling the guy with the beard. I hate text to drive in Reynolds. I wish my dealership did X time.
oh
No,
god,
X time, dude. Look, those systems, X time, CDK service, Reynolds, they all suck.
I don't know, man.
I
CDK
love dealer
compared to Reynolds.
or dealer Logix. Dealer Logix is the best multi-point system out there, in my opinion.
Oh, well, we're not even talking about multi-point at this. I mean, well, maybe you guys are talking about multi-point, but me, Reynolds and Reynolds, I do
well, because
not.
he said X time. X time is the dealer track multi-point system.
Okay. Well, Reynolds and Reynolds for like, opening up ROs and billing and all that stuff. Man, it is it's like they're stuck in like early 2000s. I'll be honest. CDK and ADP or CDK/ADP, whatever you want to call it. They're so much better to use. So much better. I don't like dealing with Reynolds and Reynolds. It's horrible. It crashes the whole point of it was like, hey, you don't even need it, it's not over the cloud. So if like the internet goes down, when the internet goes down, you still can't use it. So I'm like, that was the selling point.
Yeah.
But we can't use it when it's down because it's like, yeah, so it's Reynolds.
Manufacturers have cut warranty times to make up for their high amount of engineering failures. It's actually that's not why warranty times get cut. Warranty times get cut because it's all about the provable work time that a technician is working on the vehicle. So if let's say the transmissions under warranty, let's say a VQ 35, right? Pathfinder, Murano, Maxima, those under warranty used to pay how much, Chris? Like 13 hours? Chris? Oh. I don't know. He might not
Oh,
be
there
there.
we go. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know why I was muted. Say
Back.
that again?
Okay, you remember when the Pathfinders, Muranos, Maximas, when they started having the judder issues, and we were sending in those five data monitors and flying graph, and that's how they knew, okay, yeah, it's juddering, put a transmission in it. Before the rebuilds, they used to pay up around 13 hours, right?
Oh yeah, I mean,
and now
it wasn't even that long ago.
It was like 5-6 years ago, and now
I'd
they
say even
pay.
less.
How much did they pay under warranty? 10.4, 9.8, maybe.
So let's go back. So the Pathfinders, the direct injection stayed at about 13 hours, and all the gasoline multi-port injection ones, they bumped them down to like about 10. I think the Maximas even went down to like about 9.
Sentra's like 7-8 now.
It's about, well, it depends what opcos you use, but it's 8.
Yeah.
8 flat. Yeah, it's 8 flat. Like if you use all the optimal opcodes, it's 8 hours now. But yeah,
and that used to be a good 10 and a half.
Oh yeah, but they used to be around 15 hours, dude. You saying 13? They used to be about 15
yeah,
hours.
I can't remember. I just know it was up there, and then they came out with that engine support that you bolt onto the intakes and stuff.
Oh yeah, and the Sentras used to pay 10.7.
A rebuild was what? A rebuild was 14 when they came out with it. Now it's like 11.6.
Yeah, but that was the Sentras. We're
No, the
dude,
Sentra was
the-
like 10 something.
no.
Anyway,
Oh,
anyways,
no, you know right. You're right.
anyways, it's about the time that the technician punches on that job. So once the manufacturers find out, oh, guys are only punching 6 hours, they get that number. Okay, this is some calculations. Okay, we'll pay 9 hours because majority of people are getting it done in 6. They're running 6 hours, so we'll pay them 9 hours. So it's like we're getting fuck, I keep losing my words.
You'll find them.
Take a sip of the Bud Light. I don't drink Bud Light. We're getting penalized for doing the job quicker. Like if
Right.
they found out how fast we can actually do a transmission because we found our ways and how repetitive we do them,
Yeah.
they would cut it back. Oh my goodness. We'd have to
Don't-
do at least 3 or 4 a day just to make some hours.
Keep that
Which
confidential.
now they're not failing as often, so we don't do as many to be able to keep up that frequency. But man, they should reward us, because who's the one that's going to be happy that they can show up, get a vehicle diagnosed in the late morning, get a transmission installed, and be out the door in the evening? No downtime for the customer aside them being at work. They take their vehicle in before work, get it repaired, and get home from work or get back to the dealership after work, and they have their car ready. The customer happy with that. So why penalize technicians?
So that's all the pencil pushers thinking about dollars and cents, not putting.
And this,
real
guys, this
life
is across the board.
situations
I'm not just speaking on Nissan. This is across the board with every manufacturer.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I agree.
In this day and age, Sue Happy, yeah, we need to cover our ass. I have been in court. No fun. Yeah, I've heard of a couple guys being in court. Lucky,
Mhm.
the guys that I heard, the plaintiffs, the customers didn't show up, which is kind of crazy. The techs suffer. Yep. The advisors are complaining how techs making all the money, but that's not true.
That's
That's not
funny.
true.
That's
On some
funny.
jobs, like when it's when they get paid off of the parts and labor, and let's say we're doing a rear main seal is less than $100 in parts. So yes, on that side, the technician is making the money. But when you have a
Oh,
$15,000 engine getting installed and it only pays 8 hours or 9 hours to do,
funny you
Yeah.
mentioned that. They just changed the pay plans for the advisors now, so they're making less, much less on parts, but they are making now
why
a little
is-
more on labor. So
but
now
why
we're
is
like,
that?
oh,
Why is that?
because they think what was happening was that they were selling high. Well, this is a theory of mine.
High dollar parts to
High
make their
dollar
check,
parts, yes, and they
and not
didn't
wanting
care
to
about
sell
the
the
labor.
cheaper stuff.
Yes, and not caring so much about the labor.
Which
And they
that's
start seeing
the
that.
thing too. They
Mhm.
think, they think that advisors are trying to cheat the system, which some might. I'm not gonna
Mhm.
lie, some might. But the whole thing is, okay, well, we're gonna lower you here so you can work harder, sell more work to try to make the technician more.
Yep.
But there's a thing too. Advisors can't be too pushy either, because then the customer feels like, oh, they're just trying to make me spend money. So it's weird dealing with customers, dealing with, trying to make a check, dealing with customers, and then the price of repairs. Price of repairs is getting up there. If I was a service advisor, I'd be making more I'd be making more money than being a tech. You think so? I won't say being an advisor is all easy either, because like I said, you got some customers that'll make you think your position. With the multi-point video, do we need service riders? A kiosk could work, couldn't it? Dave, I say that to my coworkers, like advisors are doing less and less and less, and it's more on the technician selling the job. And you know, with a lot of these multi-point systems now, the only time the advisor talks to the customer is when they're riding up the car and calling them or letting them know that the vehicle is ready, which sometimes they don't even come in contact with the customer when the vehicle is ready. Send a text, your vehicle is ready through the multi-point system, and then that's it. See cashier. When you get here, see cashier, and then like, man, what did the advisor do except send message, and click approvals on the multi-point system, send back to the text. I'm like, service advisors is the last link in the chain. And it all depends on what system dealerships use as well. Because some dealerships require the advisors to actually come in contact with the customers. The last Honda dealership I worked at was charging $249. Damn. Meanwhile, this new Honda dealership is $190. That's a big difference. That is a huge difference. Customers complain about price. Service advisors cut tech labor and parts price. He or she doesn't lose. They still get their commission. They cut the labor. They take a cut too, but their percentage isn't as big because they're getting paid off a percentage. But yes, they do still get their commission. I can't come on tonight. My voice is gone, sore throat, and I'm sick. Okay, that's cool. I mean, it's not cool, but that's fine. Like I was making over 100K when I retired in '98. It's stagnant. Techs haven't progressed. We've talked about that, Dave. We have talked about that. Me and Quick Wrench down in the bottom, we've talked about that. How he said when he first got in the business a couple years in, he was making how much, Dave? 70, 80?
About 80,000 a year back in 1996. 1997.
And now it's only gone up
I was only like 23 years old.
A third, maybe, if that. So like the rate hasn't gone up. Yeah, it's just not there.
Well, my rate's gone up, but the work I do has just gotten harder, so my hours have gone down.
No, what I mean is like, the what the dollar was worth back then versus what it's worth now, it doesn't correlate. So, that 70 should have been what did we say? Like 140, 150 now?
Yeah.
And it is a struggle to hit that. Hope you get well soon, Turner. I'm a bit less relaxed. Maybe next time. That's cool. I already have my filters in place. I have to control myself on here too. The field has become way more complicated, and the knowledge we have to possess has increased tenfold. Ever since I retired, techs are woefully underpaid, period. And I'm sure you hear about it a lot from the more, the more advanced classes. Not so much the like basic electrical and all those, but, the guys that have been in the industry for a bit. Pretty sure. Please take a sip of Bud Light. I killed a 12-pack of PBR. We need to quit bragging when we find the way to do a job. True. Absolutely true. Bean counters rule to project. Yep. If we making money, they making money. Absolutely. And I like that you pointed that out, because this goes back down to it. If the technician is making money, if the technician is turning hours, the dealership in a whole makes money. from the technician to the advisor to the service managers, parts guys. You know, if there's parts rolling off the counter into the technician stalls, you know, everybody's getting a cut. Everybody's making their part of the money. Margin on parts have dropped across the industry.
Margin on parts? I'd have to say where I work, we've increased our margin on parts. Parts are ridiculous markup now.
Is that on you aftermarket parts?
Yeah, mostly.
Okay.
I look at the part markup. I'm like, holy shit. It's like sometimes it's upwards of 320%.
So like the cheaper
The
stuff,
markups.
the dollar seals, the dollar clips, the $10 seals. But like on the bigger components, yeah, there's not a whole lot of profit margin.
Yeah, the markups in parts is just. Well, I probably won't just. I won't. I'll just keep my mouth shut on that.
Availability is a big one too. That Ford CEO said, it's not a parts issue. It is a parts issue. There's a lot of backorder parts.
A parts issue.
It's been an issue for quite some time. I do better face to face with the customer personally. I know not everyone can play that game. Like I said, some people have their way with customers. And Dave, I can see you dealing with a customer. You're a people's person.
Well, I had an interesting
as long as they're good with you.
I had an interesting one tonight with a customer that had their brakes done at our shop, and he's owned the car since 2013. And he came back in and said, "Ever since you guys did our brakes, I noticed he didn't even drive the car. Never even drove the car. Just got in it, started up. Ever since you guys did my brakes, there's a clicking noise when I hit the brake pedal. Like, so I get called to come check it all out, and I'm like, clicking noise? What? You know what the guy was talking about? His fucking shift. His shift.
I was thinking that.
When he hit the brake real lightly, you hear it click.
Yeah.
And I explained to him it's normal function. You know, he tried to tell me I've owned this car since 2013. You don't know what you're talking about. It didn't do that until I brought it here. I'm like, nothing I can do about that noise.
The one we see at dealerships is always, my other car didn't do that. My friend's car doesn't do that. My so-and-so's car doesn't do that. Well, yeah, it's a different car. It's not even different manufacturer, different model. You can't compare the two. Just like with shifting issues with the CVTs back early on. You know, people were complaining that they weren't shifting.
Yo, God.
They had an infinite gear ratio change. So then that's when we ended up doing programs to put shift points in it, and yeah.
Which, in my opinion, made it worse.
Mm.
And it's just my opinion, though.
Dealerships need to stop charging ridiculous prices for simple repairs, over $100 just to change an air filter, a cabin filter that literally takes less than 10 minutes. There's dealerships that have structure out there.
The $40 by themselves.
Yeah. But there's dealerships that have, like us, where I'm at right now, for the more simple repairs, we have a lower labor rate. Let's say like $80 or $90 on the labor rate. So if it's a tenth, I mean, $10, less than $10 per tenth. You know, cabin filter.
Those jobs need to stay in the express. You know, I mean, if it's just a cabin filter, there's no reason why I should be going to a main shop tech. Like sometimes I get these ROs and I'm like, why am I doing this? You know, and like
I don't care to do them. I'm cool with it. That's 410.
No. But when you have your stalls tied up, you know, and like you got other stuff that you're working on, and they bring you over this, hey, can you do this engine and cabin filter? And you're like, okay, I don't want to ask why. I'm assuming you're bringing it to me because there's a reason, but at the same time, like I'm in the middle of something here. I got a transmission half taken out here. Like, do you really need this? Like, is this really like? Do you really need this done like right now? Like for me to
Yeah.
do it? Like, there's like two lubies over there, like twiddling their fingers. Like I've never understood that. Don't
I don't
understand.
trust them. I don't trust them to do it. Oh, they gonna mess it up. Oh,
Yeah. The only person
let
I
them
don't
mess up.
question is
Let them mess
yeah,
up. They
yeah,
need to
of
mess
course.
up.
Yes, yes.
I mean, it doesn't. It's not good for the customer, but I say that only because when somebody messes up,
Mhm.
that builds them because they learn from their mistakes.
Absolutely agree. Your best teacher are your mistakes.
Yep.
That's your best teacher. And if you're not doing the work, you're not going to make the mistake. And if you never make the mistake, you're never going to learn to begin with. There's some of those guys that get lucky and they don't make the mistakes and they learn. That's fine, but eventually you will. I mean, it's inevitable. It's better you make them as an express technician or when you're first starting than to make them later down the road. In
Yeah.
my opinion.
Dave, that 120K nowadays should be easily attainable by technicians. I know there's technicians out there that are making that, but I mean, hell, what were you making a flag hour back then? That says a lot too. Because I mean, now we're up in the 40s and 50s, high 30s, 40s, and 50s, and it's like the flat rate, the flag hour rate goes up, but the hours kind of come down. You get paid more per hour, but then hours are just trickling down.
Yeah.
Cost of living outweighs the pay raise. Absolutely. There's a lot of places that don't give a pay raise. You go somewhere that you get paid hourly, you get a yearly raise, a quarterly raise, a 6-month raise. As a
Pay
technician, you really
raise?
don't see that. Yeah. You have
Pay
to,
raise?
in order for us to get a raise, we have to get more certifications. Dave, how are your texts going on the screen? Oh, it's just delayed. Never mind. It's me controlling it. I click on the comments and then they'll pop up. When I was at Toyota, I found you could use cylinder head bolts. Oh, I found you could use cylinder head bolts to slide the trans far enough to pop out the torque converter on a converter recall. What? Oh, wow. To where you wouldn't have to drop the transmission all the way? Not bad. I miss how smoothly and fast things ran at my last dealership.
Don't
The
brag
system
about
there.
it, though.
He said that time's done past.
Oh, okay. I was about to
Yeah.
say, like, hey, well,
I miss how smoothly and fast things ran at my last dealership. The system there was set up to be easy, fast, and efficient for everyone. This new place is lacking that badly. Something I'll have to get used to. Like I said, not every dealership's the same. I hate the hoops we have to go through to get something approved for warranty. Yeah. That in itself is a process. That's the worst when you're deep into a job only to find out parts didn't get everything. Because one of backorder part. Oh my goodness. Yes, dude. Like I was doing a Rogue engine. And they have a thing where, it's all these one-time use parts that go along with that job. And it's weird because some of these engines come with a water pump. Some of them don't. Some of them come with a dipstick. Some of them don't. Like dipstick tube and dipstick. This engine I got was missing the dipstick. Actually, let me back up a little bit. When the vehicle came in, it was missing the dipstick. Okay, I get the engine. Find out it doesn't have a water pump on it. Oh. And it's not in the one-time use parts. You can only get that water pump gasket or seal with the water pump. So we had to order the water pump. That was a couple days out. Also with the oil dipstick and tube O-ring. So we had to order those in. It's just small things that set you back. And I don't understand why. Like one of my buddies, he got an engine the other day. Same thing, Rogue, same engine, stop, start, all that. His came with a water pump. Now, from what I understand, there's 2 manufacturers that make that engine, so that could be a thing too. A tin foil customer. Yeah, warranty work never gets written down to avoid the bean counters. What do you mean it doesn't get written down? So if you're a dealer tech, your salary is determined by the manufacturer, not the dealership. Not necessarily. Your pay rate is determined by the dealership. Now, how many hours you turn, that could be on you. That could be the dealership. It's a gray area. Oh, shit.
I'm gonna let you guys go because
all right,
I
Fraser.
put these little girls
got
to
it.
sleep. Gotta put these little girls to sleep, and then I gotta sleep myself. Waking
All
up
right,
early
brother.
tomorrow.
I
All right.
appreciate you
Thanks
coming
for
on.
having me, Fluff.
Yes, sir.
Have a good one, man.
Quick wrench.
Later.
Everybody, FFM. You guys have a good night. Blessings on all you guys.
too. Yep.
All right, bye.
Thank you. Bye. $32 an hour and 98. That's some money. That is some money. When I became a master, and this was in 2019, I was at 31 or 32. I can't quite remember. But that's what the masters were making. Man, some of the link, I'm ready. You got it. Those freaking 3-cylinder turbo engines, hate them.
Fuck this thing up.
Parts always missing when doing those. Had lived down for 2 days. Yeah. Been there. And also where I'm at now too, like we're low staffed, right? So we only got 3 technicians. So, you know, if I'm doing an engine and a vehicle comes in, needs diagnosed, I got to get off that to do my diagnosis, write the multi-point, and then I get back on. So here it takes a little longer for us to get bigger jobs out, but it adds up. It adds up. You good, quick?
Yeah.
So, what do you think about all this? You want to go work for a dealership?
No.
Why not? It's fun. It keeps you on your toes.
No, don't keep you on your toes. You're working on the same cars all the time.
What up, Dave?
Hey,
It's been a
how do
minute.
I sound? Do I sound all right?
Let me adjust you real quick. Okay, you should be good. There you go. You're good. So how things been?
It's kind of impromptu, just kind of set it up. How you been, man? You doing all right?
I've been good.
Yeah.
I've been good. I don't know if you caught that. I switched dealers, how to get out from where I was, and I'm doing better. Doing a lot better.
There we go. That should be better.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I've been meaning to send you some stuff for like the past 6 months. I just okay. I'm gonna send you something. Give it to David Frazier.
It sounds good. Okay.
I forget.
It's all right, man. That's you know me, I know you. How much shit have I forgotten, man?
Yeah. Yep.
I
can't make
you
my way
missed
up
it,
there.
dude. You missed it. I turned 65, dude.
Oh wow.
It's been a minute.
I heard Jim retired.
Yeah, he decided December 31st. And he was out.
Oh man. I haven't been.
Well,
When was the last time I went up there?
I believe I can speak openly, but the slim down that everything went through. Jim took the package and rolled out.
Okay.
He's riding a tractor up in Oklahoma now. That's the last probably year he was looking for a used tractor. He bought himself a track farm, 5 acres up in Oklahoma.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good for him. Good for him.
Thing.
Yep.
That's good.
Him and Beverly deserve that and kick back for a while.
Yeah. Yep. How old was he, or is he?
67.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Greg found me the other day too, a couple months ago, on here.
Yeah. Good. Good. Hopefully he'll get on there, man. He has no filter now. He don't give a good goddamn. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if like once we leave the brand, we still have to keep some information still off air.
Yeah.
Right.
But
But
no, that's I'd like to see how long his hair's been getting.
oh, he's letting it grow.
Oh, dude! The last time I saw him, it was I was actually jealous, dude.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I am right there with you.
No, I just wanted to get on here and yeah, I rolled out in '98. I was making 32 an hour, and I had 2 apprentices that I was also pulling from. But I don't know. Being in the aftermarket, I wasn't in a dealership. You know, we were a shock
Okay,
shop.
that's right.
You know, to get cars in the door, they would give away oil changes, cheap tires, whatever you could. You know, if a guy was putting tires on a car, he's making an investment. Open door, he's going to put money in it. You know, and the cars that came in, how they had it structured was a technician was assigned to every oil change or every tire ticket. Mm-hmm. And the lube tech would come over and go, your name's on the ticket. And you did the MPI, the shakedown with the lube tech, trained them how to do it kind of thing. Made sure that you didn't miss anything. I called it digging in the dirt, you know. Sometimes you walk away with 2 light bulbs at 0.6, you know. Sometimes you scored 8-10 hour ticket. You know, you were just digging in the dirt to see what you could find. Yep. You know, and I did that for years. You know?
Hell, nowadays it takes almost 2 hours to do a light bulb change. Gotta pull the whole bumper off, headlight assemblies just to change the damn bulb.
Yeah, but I don't know. We stagnated, dude. We really have. I've watched it happen in real time.
Yeah.
You know, it's because, you know, I've been in the training
field for a lot more hours.
You know,
you used to be able to flag a lot more hours back in the day, easy.
Yeah. You know, and it's you know, I was never tied to the warranty thing. All my stuff either came out of Chilton or Mitchell.
Yeah.
You know, and I remember the long conversations I had with both the manager at the store and the district manager. It's like, you got to have customers stop walking in the bay. They need to go in the front of the store, you know, and it's just like, they're too comfortable with you. And it's like, what? Get out of my face. You know, it's like, they took it as, you know, safety concern. They had all kinds of things they hit me with.
Yeah.
You know, that was my day-to-day crap that I got to deal with.
I mean, being transparent, that's you being transparent with the customer, showing them what's going on with their vehicle and explaining
the people that walk through the doors who I work for. I don't work for X. I don't care.
Yeah.
Even in what I do now, Fluffy, I work for the techs that walk through the door.
I feel that.
Yeah.
We've had our conversations, and
I know what it says on the wall. You know, they provide me everything I need to take care of you.
Yep. Yep.
But it was the same way being a technician. You know, it's like the people that walk through the door to walk into that service center, they pay the bills, no one else. All the other people are just shufflers. All they do is shuffle the money. You know, and they don't shuffle right no more.
Yeah. I see it as how can they profit to pad their pockets faster.
It seemed to have gotten that way.
Yeah.
You know? And we're down at the level where we got to look people in the eye, and it's harder to do that, you know?
Yep. You know, honesty will get you far, but it'll only get you so far. And it sucks that this industry is kind of cutthroat.
It always has been to some extent. You know, it took a long time to find a home that I felt comfortable in. You know, that there was always something that was stupid.
Yeah.
Either the guys up front or the company as a whole. Yeah. And like I said, I moved around a lot until I found a home, you know that?
Yeah. Yeah. Like this is my third dealership, and so far I'm liking it. I've been there going on 3 months, and it seems all right. Granted, I've worked with these guys before. They're the ones that brought me in. So having worked with them before, I know how they are, and when we were at the other dealership, we all got along. But they were other master techs. They were the other master techs in the shop. So rather than fight, where I am now, we don't fight for hours anymore. It's like, hey, are you busy? You know, do you need some hours? Okay, I got this ticket. You want to look at it? You know, we share. It's we got a good thing going.
Yeah,
got a good thing going. So there's no stealing of work. There's none of this fighting for gravy, and you know.
Hey, I'm going to go dark for a minute. I got to talk to the wife. Hold on.
Okay, you're good.
Not my shop. We got a fucking wrestling ring in the back of the shop.
That's how it was where I came from, man.
You want a ticket? You got to beat me.
You know, I still pay attention to what they're doing. Like, damn, they got control arms. I'm over here doing a wire harness. Like, damn,
I've got to fucking set this fucking on fire if I can't get this goddamn fly out of here. This fucker keeps seeing right in the head. Son of a bitch.
Has it cooled down up there yet, Dave?
Yeah, it's why the flies are stupid.
I said, has it cooled down up there yet?
Yeah, just a little bit. It's still been bloody hot.
I'm hoping. Well, I'm in the AC shop now, but our AC kind of sucks, so we don't get none of that breeze. You know, if there's a breeze outside, we don't get it.
It was about 40 degrees when I woke up today.
Must be nice. Must be nice. What is it like in the day?
It got up to 60 something today.
Yeah, we were still just shy of 90 today.
Yeah, we hit about 92.
Right now it's 51 degrees.
Damn. I'd love that down here.
We're 69. It's not too bad.
I bet it has been nice in the mornings though. It's been real nice in the mornings.
Yeah, it has been pleasant.
Let's see. I like being a dealer tech, especially now at Subaru, because the warranty times are actually very tolerable. And warranty is free guaranteed work during slow seasons. Yes. That, I mean, you do have a point there. A lot of warranty work is not bad. You can make some money off of warranty, but there has to be some CP mixed in with that. There has to be. Wages have stagnated across nearly all industries, to be honest. I can't speak for other industries because I don't know, but I know for automotive, it's like I said, our what we make per hour goes up, and then the actual flag hours come down. I wish there was more guarantees set in place for technicians. But then you got technicians that'll just ride that guarantee and not produce. And I know that's what a lot of shops are afraid of.
Yeah, and in the moving around that I did, I think I've seen every kind of shyster that holds a wrench in their hand in every game that could be played, and I see it today. You know, it just and it's. I've
All
got
it takes is a couple bad
you
people.
know, I have a unique perspective now, and I have to sit here and margin my words, but yeah, the reports I've seen, they're still there, man, and they're right in front of your eyes, man.
Yeah,
They really are. That's about as CP as I can be.
yeah. Making 6 figures in '98 is crazy work. That's hustling. That's hustling right there. Living like a king.
Like I said, it was set up to, because I had the 2 apprentices and I was shop foreman, so I was getting, it wasn't much. I think it was $200 a week for admin and doing all the paperwork stuff when I wasn't doing wrenches, because there was a ton of it in that company. If you were shop foreman, it wasn't. Yeah, there was paperwork. But yeah, I told you the story. It was not long before I retired, and it was a Friday morning. I came in, and the manager comes out, and he goes, "All right, princess, here's your tickets for the day," as he normally would say, and he goes, "Let's see if you actually get dirty today." And I'm like, it had been one of the record weeks that we had ever had. And I'm sitting there looking at him like, dude, we've been hustling. What the hell are you talking about? He's like, whoa, 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 Cupcake. It's okay. Don't get you know. And he went back up front. And it got me thinking. And I took a break and was having a cigarette. And I went back to the bin and pulled out my uniform shirts. And there wasn't a spot of grease or dirt or anything. I could have worn this Monday shirt all the way to Friday and it would have been fine.
Yeah.
Because I was just running the show. I would do this, do that, you know, turned a couple things, did some work, flagged some stuff. But yeah, but that's the position I had. It was a good position, but that company took care of us. They really did.
Yeah.
They realized that we made the money and they treated us accordingly. And I don't know. There was reasons I stayed there as long as I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
totally
moved
agree.
7 times as a technician before I
You said
found
that was
my
in
happy.
'98. No. How long were you at your last place?
I did 15 years with them.
Oh shit.
But that was in 2 stints because they put a manager that was an idiot and I quit on it.
Mm.
And then when they finally fired him, the manager they put in his place, the one I made the most money with, Coleman, he actually came down to where I was working and approached me. "Are you Dave Fraser?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "I heard you used to be my state inspector." I said, "I don't know who you are, brother." You know, he's like, "Might as well introduce yourself." And he made me an offer, and I went back to it. And it actually come up at a really good time because who I chose to go with, it was a custom Corvette shop, and yeah, he went bankrupt. I was giving people's cars back to them in boxes and shovels, dude.
Oh shit.
Oh, dude, it was one of the worst things that I had ever done in my life as a technician.
Damn.
I was getting paid by the lawyer to liquidate the building.
Wow.
Yeah, it was. And we were talking, we're talking primo tinfoil customers. These are Corvette collectors. Yeah, your average hobbyist.
Yeah.
People that saved all their life to get a car. Yeah. Yeah, that was a hard one, man. I was getting paid, but that was hard.
I bet.
Yeah.
Ooh, customers like that. Oh my goodness.
You know,
I can imagine.
It's just I didn't get too much pushback, but there was a couple of them that tried to flex. It wasn't good, but
I mean, what can you do? As that person that you were, what is there for you to do? You couldn't do nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember one of the customers, he was some brass from over on Fort Meade. He had a 67 Tri-Power that they had sent he needed a new rear diff, and it had to be powder coated like the rest of the underside. And it was sent out but never paid for, so the powder coating company was holding the differential. Yeah, or the housing. And of course all that went down, and he had a car with no differential in it and no hopes of a differential unless he took it into his own hands. And I was expecting he was Army, so I was going to call him a jarhead, but but high and tight dude, just rippling in fucking muscles. he walks up to me and he goes, "Do you know where Ron Lilly is?" And I'm like, "No." I said, "I haven't seen him in 3 months." And he reaches in his pocket and he hands me a business card and he goes, "If you find him, you lock him in a hotel room and you call me." And I'm like, "Yes, sir." So yeah, no, that was tough, but I know this industry's gotten strange, dude. It really has.
It has. It was good there for a little bit right after COVID, and I only say that because people were forced to buy their cars, or not buy their cars. I'm sorry, make repairs on their cars.
Yeah.
So it was a good time for repairs, but
yep,
it's gotten strange.
Now they're buying new stuff now.
Yep. New stuff that's breaking.
Well, yeah, but also, it's never been cooler, man. The stuff I'm seeing is it's unbelievable. Not just ours, but everybody's.
Oh, I stepped in a.
Yeah.
I PDI'd a was it a 26 Armada Pro 4X? I think it's sweet.
Isn't it nice?
Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
We had one of those in for training. That was nice. That was a nice bus. I like that.
Oh my god. Yeah, they did a good job on that one. I love the interior on that.
Right. You ought to go over to the sister store and sit in a QX80.
That's a drive. That's a drive now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I understand.
Yeah, it's a. What do you think about the Xterra? 28.
What to talk about?
Yeah. I'm hopeful for that one. I really am. I loved the Xterra.
I like it.
Nah,
I like the concept.
Yeah. I hope it turns out good.
Well, you know what's been rolling around, and I'm not talking out of turn, but yeah, we go out November for the new Leaf, and you'll be getting that stuff soon. Do you guys do EV down there?
At my current store, no.
Okay.
I don't know exactly why, but they said we're not allowed to do warranty work on Leafs yet or
Okay.
EVs. So, like I said, I don't know why. It's something about, I want to say we don't got the proper charger or something like that.
That could be.
Yeah. Oh. But I haven't, aside from doing an Aria motor, I haven't really messed with EVs.
Yeah, well, a lot of guys are calling it an Aria Mini. A lot of the powertrain looks very much the same.
Is it?
Yeah, we just got 3 of them in. They're cool.
Yeah. Is there a class for that? Like an update class?
Yeah, it'll be December, January.
Is it required or?
Like I said, that's why I asked if you're an EV dealership.
Oh, okay.
All that stuff's changing, man. It's there's going to be a lot more product line that's going to come over that's either straight up EV or hybrid, and the dealerships have got to come up and be EV certified. So that's if you dig through the releases, I think that's been sent out to the dealerships.
Okay.
You know, putting it on their radar that, hey, this has got to be done.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get the word out. If you had an EV dealership, the guys that are current EV, if they don't come in for the new model, they'll lose it. So they need to come out there.
Okay.
So that, like I said, it's October now, so it's planning time. December, January, February is when they're going to be running those.
Yeah. Are you going to be running those, or is it going to be a mix?
We'll find out, man.
Okay.
I want to, you know, but we got a new instructor since Jim retired, and we're getting him up to speed. So yeah, I'll probably be in more of the advanced classes. They've tightened up the training as far as what's available at what training centers because of, well, the Titan Diesel is going to time out, you know.
Yeah.
So we will be the only training center running that.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Yeah. One of the guys went up there a couple weeks ago. He said there was only 2 guys, him and one other guy.
Yep.
I was like, what?
Yeah, I went to class with 3. Yeah.
Damn.
Well, you know, there's not a lot of them out there. And if we're talking about time, if you don't do something steady, you're never really going to get good at it.
Yeah. I wanted to become diesel, but when I wanted it, they didn't want to send us because they were talking about that was when the talks of discontinuing the diesel was in talk. So they didn't want to spend the money to send us out there. But then they had that extension on the turbos, and they're like, well, we want to send you now. I was like, I don't want it no more.
Well, let's look at it in the global landscape, and I'm going to say something that in my life that I never thought I'd say. Do you know that diesels are illegal in London city proper?
I did not know that.
You can't run a diesel on the city of London. I've been in the car business a long time, and if you went to the European market and you didn't bring a diesel, don't come. And now, globally, you know, that's being cut back. And it's like, and the after treatment systems those things are ridiculous, man.
Yeah. Well, I think I heard that they're wanting to cut back on commercial vehicles, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the push is all over the map. You know,
Uh, uh,
that's why the push for electric or some other side. But yeah, I think they're putting the cart before the horse. We need to make more power somehow, and then we'll bring it up. Then we'll get it.
that's the thing though, like, because I feel like that's why certain issues are happening, because we're trying to force a lot of power out of smaller engines.
True. You know, and it's you know, it's 100% emissions related. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, you know me, I speak rather frankly. You know, people go, "Oh, look, this EV is zero emissions," and I'm like, "Yeah, zero tailpipe. You just move the emissions somewhere else."
Oh yeah, we've talked about that on here.
Yeah,
Process of building them and the diesel machinery required to to dig up the earth.
Yeah.
Let's see. Have you named your new job? I'm looking to get a Nissan TCM programmed. I mean, I'm at a Nissan dealer, but I don't speak on where.
Yeah, that I hope everybody understands that is a we got to be real careful on it.
Oh yeah, I'm looking to get a Nissan TCM program. Take it in, brother. Going rates normally about an hour. It could vary. It just depends on where you take it on the actual labor rate. But yeah, take it in. They should be able to get you taken care of. What up, Shannon? Didn't even get a notification. Yeah, it happens. Oh dang, it's Dave. Yep, that's one of your students right there.
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
Nismo 240. Yep. He was up there. What'd you go for? Mr. Nismo, what'd you go for last time? What did he go for?
Yeah, I can't see the chat.
You can't?
I had to cut off my YouTube. It was screwing everything up.
Well, it should be on screen right now, like on our screen.
Yeah, I see his name, but we never really talked about what his YouTube handle was. I didn't even talk about me being on YouTube or doing anything like this.
Intelligent mobility.
Oh, you came in and saw Garrett. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Yep. But all right, guys, you want to talk backstage for a little bit?
Yeah, you take me out to here. We'll talk.
Yeah. We're gonna go backstage, guys. Thank y'all for coming in. It is getting a little late.
I appreciate everybody tuning in.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, keep this guy going.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, I'm gonna do my outro and then I'll pop you back on screen once it's over.
All right, cool.
All
right. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go.